Hey, this is a video that I didn't think I would be making. It's a video I didn't want to have to make, but like those curveballs sometimes. Let's start with a positive or two first. First off, if you haven't noticed, this is my camcorder. I haven't used this in a hot minute. I just kind of stopped using it, and I'm like, why did I stop? So I brought it back. I charged it, I brought it back, and it's working like a dream again. And I want to make this my primary camera again, and not just have it, you know, all on my phone. Especially with my computer right now, the camera driver, for whatever reason, is having issues. The picture won't show, and because of that, that's why you haven't been seeing like anything from like OBS, because there's audio, that still works. The audio driver is there. The picture of my computer screen is there, but there's no face cam, so it's kind of like, I want a face cam from doing that, so. This is my primary camera again. Even whenever I get my computer camera back, I want this to be the main one unless I'm using my computer to shoot it. But otherwise, I want to use this one again, so. That's the good news. The bad news is the title, it's why you're here. And I should preface this by saying, if you don't know already, if you follow my gaming channel, I'm sure you do know, but in case you don't somehow, if you don't follow my gaming channel or see my playlist, in case you don't, I've been a coaster enthusiast basically most of my life. I'll tell you, my home park is Six Flags Great Adventure. I've been going there ever since I was wee little. My family used to get park passes every year, and we would go like during the spring and summertime, all the time. Even a bit in the fall, I think we used to go as well, and so I'm very well versed with the rides there. In fact, coasters like Batman and Robin the Chiller, which I'm sure you've seen extensive playlists about, and Great American Scream Machine, they got me into coasters. Like, that's what made me, Chiller especially, a big fan of roller coasters. It's where that whole thing sort of got started. And another one that did that, another two, are El Toro and Kingda. And that's where we get into today's subject of the video. I didn't want to make this video. I held off. I know the rumors have been rampant for so long. I've been in denial, saying the park hasn't said anything, the township hasn't said anything. Let's wait and see. We can't just be spreading rumors. Well, it's no longer a rumor. Six Flags has come out with a formal announcement stating that the ride is officially coming down, along with Zumanjaro, of course, Drop Doom is attached to it, as well as the Green Lantern roller coaster, which was originally Chang when it opened at Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom before coming here, in replace of the aforementioned Great American Scream Machine. They replaced that. Also closing are Twister, and the only ride I've been on out of this bunch, Parachuter's Perch. I have been on that, not in many moons. It's been a long time, but I have been on it. And so that was cool. It was always fun to see Great American Scream Machine from that view. So just a comment, a little positivity on Parachuter's Perch. A little fun memory, but it kind of ran its course. It was time. It'd been at the park and so long. And oh, the Sky Ride as well, which I couldn't tell you the last time I saw that run. That will be going down as well. So a lot of changes here, but obviously I want to focus on Kingda because I want this to be a bit of a cautionary tale of never holding things off in life because you never know what could happen. I wasn't going to tell this story, but I decided I felt like obligated to. I feel like it would be helpful to other coaster enthusiasts, not just coaster enthusiasts, but just people in general, conduct life in this mindset and use me here as a lesson, because I made a terrible mistake, and because of that, I would never get to ride Kingda. Now, allow me to tell you that story. So, I remember when I first saw Kingda, I'm going to start at the beginning. This is like 06, 07. I'm like very, very young. Like, barely, you know, like totally not taught how to ride it. But I remember just the impression that giant green tower of roller coaster track just had on me. It was like anything I've ever seen before, or anyone had ever seen before for that matter. I mean, it was the tallest and fastest coaster on Earth upon opening. It still held those records in the United States when it closed. Obviously, Formula Rosa in, is it Dubai? United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates, that broke the speed record. And the reason I brought up Dubai is because next year, Falcon's Flight is opening, allegedly, we'll see, at the new Six Flags Park in Dubai. That will be taking, obviously, the height record, which, yeah. So that's what will be happening there. But still, like, it held those records in the U.S. throughout its lifetime. A 20-year span. And that just put a hell of an impression on me. The ride looks so cool. It looks scary as all hell. I was petrified of it. I always wanted to get the nerve, the courage to try it, but I just never was able to. El Toro. Got on that countless times. Love El Toro. One of my favorites. Just makes it one in my head. Everyone talks about how intense El Toro is. I should like Kingda then, too, right? So, many years go by. Like, 2005 was like the first 10 or so years. Maybe like 7 or 8. I'm not tall enough for that ride. I was very slow when it came to growing. In fact, I had to take, I'll confess this a bit. I had a condition where my body wasn't producing growth hormones. I had to take medication to actually get a growth spurt. So, I was not tall enough for the longest time is the point of that statement. The time finally came and I was tall enough, but then as I got older, we stopped buying season passes. We didn't go. I finally got the opportunity, I believe in 2019. I got season passes with other family members, unrelated to the ones I used to get season passes with before. And I finally got to go back. I went a couple times during the season, I think like maybe 2 or 3 times, which is really cool to finally get to experience the big coasters that I never got to experience as well, simply because I just wasn't tall enough. I got to experience Nitro and Batman the Ride and Medusa, you know, the fan favorites like that I didn't get to experience before. And this is where the story of Kingda comes in, and like I said, this is an absolute cautionary tale. Do not hold things off, because you never know, you might regret it. What do I mean by that? Well, allow me to explain. So the first time, I think this is the first time, if not, I want to tell the story first anyway. I can't really recall which one was first, but we're gonna tell the story as if it is. So my first time, I get in line, going on Kingda, not really moving too much, very slow line, pretty packed. I don't remember. It was either an announcement or word made it through the line. One of the two. I don't remember exactly what occurred. I think it might have been word of mouth through the line, if I recall. Word came out that the ride was broken down. At that point, we're like, okay, we're just going to go ride other rides, is what it is. And to my knowledge, it didn't reopen for the rest of the day. I could be wrong. I didn't actually go back to the ride. But to my knowledge, it didn't reopen for the rest of the day. So that was opportunity number 1 missed. I ended up trying one more time, but this is where the heartbreak comes in, and this is the part that I gotta keep it together for this part. So I'm in line, we're not really moving very much. I see the sign as I'm getting in line. It's slammed that day. Like, it is jam-packed. The line is out the wazoo. It is out like the damn door. It is crazy how long the line is. And we made the conscious decision, because this ride wasn't moving. It said it was like at least a 3-hour wait, if not more. 2 or 3 hours at minimum, if not longer. Like a stupid long wait. And we knew there were other rides, like Nitro especially, but also like Batman the Ride and Medusa, where by comparison, you could just walk on those rides and marathon them. So we're like, why wait in this line for one ride? Yeah, this logic aged very well, as you can imagine. Well, we could go on all these rides during that time. So that was our thought process at the time. That was my thought process, justifying getting out of line, and that is unfortunately what we did. And we thought about, like, the idea too was to make it come around back and go on it at the end. We ended up not making it back to the ride before you left, and that was it. I never returned to the park. That was my most recent time there before the closure of Kingda that we just worried about today. So yeah, because of that decision, I never got to ride Kingda. Had I known then, had I known then what I know now, I think I would have stayed in line. And now that is my biggest regret as a coaster enthusiast. I thought before it was deciding not to go on the red side, the fire side of Dolly Dragons before that shut down. Oh no, this is so much worse. At least I got on the ice side of that ride. This is a completely different situation. I didn't get to go on it, period. A decision that made sense at the time. When you think about it at the time, we don't know anything about the future of Kingda. It made sense then. But unfortunately, it aged like milk, knowing what we know now. And yeah, now I'll never get to ride it. And I don't know. I don't even know what to say. What I will say is this. Use this as a lesson, not just for roller coasters, but for life. If you're thinking about doing something in life, like something that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, especially if like, say for roller coasters, you're coming across the world to a place you've never been, a place you're probably never gonna go to again. It's like an icon of a coaster. Once in a lifetime opportunity, but the line is like stupid long. You're not sure you want to go do it. You feel a little lazy. Just stay in line and do it. I can't emphasize this enough. You very well may regret it later, especially if it's a roller coaster that has a known track record for being troublesome and breaking down all the time. Yeah, I know. Makes it all the more crazy that the first time I tried to go on it, it broke down. I know, shocker. Kingda breaking down. That never happens. So that's my little Kingda story. I just thought I would open this up to you so that you didn't make the same mistakes with roller coasters or with life. Like I did, because now I gotta live with that for the rest of my life, that I chose to get out of that line because I didn't feel like waiting 3 hours. Yeah. Next time in line for a record-breaking coaster like that, and it's that long, I'm staying. Lesson learned. And before I end this video, I decided it'd be appropriate to do a tribute. I'm going to put at the end of this video an on-ride and off-ride footage, both of them, of Kingda, as well as on-ride and off-ride of my version in my own Great Adventure Park in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. You've seen it. You've seen my rides from that part before. If you've watched on Solimani games. So I'm gonna have that at the end. The interesting thing is, I want to point out this is it's gonna be a little bit different than the Kingda you saw in that montage video I made, because I actually like perfected it. I realized that my top hat was like a bit too wide. I needed it to be a bit more narrow. So I think just yesterday or 2 days ago, I just did that, and that's what you'll be seeing in the video. And you'll get both on-ride and off-ride if I could figure that out. I'm going to try. And as for the on-ride video Kingda, I'm going to choose a specific one, which is like a real throwback. I don't remember the exact name of the guy's channel. I'll put it here. I'll put it on the screen. That's the video we'll be using. And I will credit the off-ride as well, whoever that may be. I'll put that. I'll give them credit on each of their videos, just because I'm not a thief. So, yeah. Well, I think this is now a good time to wrap it up, and I just wanted to say thank you for a fantastic 20 years. I never got to ride you because I was a retroactive idiot, not at the time, but now I'm a retroactive idiot. But the fact that I got to see you as much as I did, even just driving by, if I was going to the park, if I was just driving by the entrance and seeing the Tower of Kingda right there, it was special even just seeing it, because so many people didn't even get that. So I think of it that way. I look at that. Positive. And they're saying that it's going to be a record-breaking coaster. Hopefully it is special. Hopefully they get their records back from Dubai and the UAE. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. Until then, I just want to thank you, Kingda, for your loving service and loyalty. This sounds weird. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm rambling. I should probably just end it. God rest Kingda, God save the king, and yeah, long live the king. Thank you again, thank you for watching, and thank you Kingda for having existed. Alright, take care, see ya. Enjoy the COD videos.
I'm good.
¡Ay, ay, ay!
It's going.
¡Para que te caguen tu madre!
Agárralo.
There we go.
Ready, come on.
Chica, yo estoy asustada, ¿viste? Tiene un lazo.
Arms down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my God. Oh!
location data to the Weather Channel to process requests.
Shut up! It's my TV. I'm gonna edit this part out.
Do you agree to provide location data to the Weather Channel to process requests?
That's it. You motherfucker! Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Why is it still on? Oh shit, sorry. I lost my train of thought now. I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Oh yes, this is what I was gonna say. So that is my biggest regret now as a coaster enthusiast.